I can say a lot of things about Trump, but one thing I cannot fault the fella on after being at Mar-a-Lago, he just picked on Biden literally the whole time, and it was jokes I haven't heard publicly. So I don't know if he if he was, you know how like you always hear like, oh, at a private fundraiser, this and this and this was said, and someone secretly recorded it, that kind of thing. They didn't say we couldn't record it, so this isn't a secret.
And I think both of us thought it was probably some scammer who might kidnap me, but I was
Yep.
like, I'll take the dice roll.
I was like, Tiff, what is wrong with you? This is literally the dumbest decision you can make. You're going to fly across the country and go to this thing with someone you've never met. You don't know who he is. He's going to come kill you. I was like thinking this is what's actually going to happen. No,
To
you're
anyone
not
out there
wrong.
who wants to murder me, my life isn't that important anymore.
No, Tiffany's really
Am
not
I
worth
asking
much.
to be murdered? Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few things wrong with you that make you a really bad kidnapping like victim. So first off,
So do you know how much money you've made so far on the NFTs?
overall,
I guess so, on the ones
all
you
in,
sold.
probably.
What's up, guys? It's me, Tiff, and today I'm joined by my friend Ogle, who I've known since I started this YouTube channel about a year and a half ago. Ogle helps to negotiate the recovery of funds in big DeFi and crypto hacks, but he's also a big crypto investor and trader who recently spent about $50,000 on Donald Trump NFTs. Just to be clear, this video is not an endorsement of Donald Trump's NFTs or NFTs in general, because honestly, I think NFTs are kind of fucking stupid. But I did think Ogle's story was quite entertaining because he ended up making quite a bit of money on these NFTs and ended up going to Mar-a-Lago and meeting Donald Trump in person.
So I was curious about the fact that I remember you bought quite a few Trump NFTs. And now obviously there's a new round of NFTs that came out, the whole Mugshot edition. You bought a lot of them in the first round. I don't know if you bought in the last round, but
I did. I bought all three rounds. Yeah.
Oh, geez. But
Yes,
you're not
ma'am.
even a Trump fan.
No, that's correct. That's correct.
Just thought it
Yeah,
was a good financial investment.
that's all it is. I mean, did you read the article that I wrote for Blockworks?
I did.
By
I
chance?
skimmed it.
You looked
I
at the
skimmed it.
title. Okay, you look at the title.
I read
Yeah, I mean, it was entirely just like the first, second, and third rounds were all just financial decisions. So Trump is a marketer. He's a great marketer, and my belief was, since he's getting a royalty on all the resales of these, so it's not just the sale, but he gets a royalty on the resales, right? So it's to their advantage for them to create tons of hype out there, and to get people to buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. And I figure probably he'll do that for a little bit. And all it's going to take is him saying, making a couple of videos and like saying a few things, and that's plenty enough. And so sure enough, he did that.
My last two Trump digital trading card collections sold out in just hours. And now I'm back with my latest series called the Mugshot Edition. I wonder where that came from. Go right now and collect your own exclusive piece of American history, and we'll all have fun together. Have a good life.
And I got a couple of pretty good cards in the first chunk that I bought. And I figured, you know what, screw it. I'll just list this one here. That's like a pretty good card for 20.24 ETH. 2024, like Trump 2024. So I listed it for 20. So it's kind of like a meme price, and somebody bought it. And so they bought it. So I was like, really? That's not bad. That wasn't a bad sell at
How
all.
much did you buy it for?
Well, I mean, that one would have been $100. And so because they're $99 a piece. And so I bought 200 of them, which total, all in, that was 20K almost, give or take, and then made it all back times 2 with just that one. And then I had loads of other ones to sell, right? So I sold the bejesus out of these things. And, that actually worked out well. And the reason I bought so many, I'll tell you, is because it came with if you bought over like 100 or like 42 or something like that, then you get an invite down to Mar-a-Lago. And my grandpa's like a big fan. And so I was like, this would be a dream come true for him. If I can get an invite down to Mar-a-Lago with a +1, like he would be freaking stoked. And so, so like eventually I kind of thought they were going to rug us on it, actually, because it took forever. It took like a year, but eventually they did come around, like, okay, we're going to do the thing. We're going to, have the thing done at Mar-a-Lago. And so, so I went to the reception. It was great. The food was fantastic. I can say a lot of things about Trump. Okay, and I won't right here because I'll spend an hour. But
You can.
I could fair. But I can say a lot of things about Trump. But one thing I cannot fault the fella on after being at Mar-a-Lago is the hospitality was on point. I mean, the people were like, the workers were everywhere. They were nice as could be. It was beautiful. It was opulent. It was beautiful. And I've never had a better steak in my life. And I mean that. And I've been to some nice places. Never had a better steak in my life. It was fantastic.
Ooh.
Fantastic.
Okay, you need to walk me through this entire thing. No, I did read some of the article, and I saw that you won a round of golf. So did you get to play golf with Trump?
No, I still have that. Actually, so like that was one of the random things that I won. So I won like 30, like Okay. So like there was a way you could kind of almost make sure you won these quote unquote random gifts, and so I made sure that I won random gifts a lot, and so I won like 30 of these like books of his and like tons of these like Zoom calls, but then I also won a round for 4 at Mar-a-Lago, which I have not redeemed yet. I don't know anybody who likes golf. I don't like golf.
Oh, golf. I don't know how to play golf,
Uh-huh.
but
You want to go to Mar-a-Lago and play golf?
I'll be your caddy girl.
Uh-huh.
Girl.
Yeah.
I'll drive the. Actually, no, you don't want me to drive the golf cart.
No. You just carry stuff. Just carry stuff. I just need someone to lug
carry
things along. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all. Just drag it. One hand on the golf club, one hand on the vape, and just drag it along. They're such good marketers. So the reason I bought this third round is they said, okay, if you buy more than whatever amount, like 50 or 42 or whatever it was, again, what we'll do is you get an invite to Mar-a-Lago, but you also, if you buy 100 of them, I think it is, you get entered to get a piece of like a cut up piece of the suit that he wore during that like mugshot picture.
Purchase 47 digital cards and we'll mail you a beautiful trading card. It is an authentic piece of the suit I wore when I took that now famous mugshot, and it was a great suit, believe me, a really good suit.
Right. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, look, I got offers for $5,000 a piece to go to this Mar-a-Lago thing last time, right? It's 10 grand to buy the NFTs. So I just got to sell 2 of those. You get 2 for buying it. You got to sell 2 of those. I'm broken even, and the NFTs are free. Okay, that's the first thing. But this suit piece, what can I get for a suit piece? And randomly, one in every like 10 or something, he autographs. So tell me, like, I mean, really, there's some value here.
It's all cut up and you're going to get a piece of it. I'll be autographing some of them. A true collector's item. This is something to give to your family, to your kids and your grandchildren.
There's some value. I could sell that bad boy to someone. I'll just go down to South Carolina or something and just walk around downtown and be like, hey, just find someone rich to for sure can make some money on this. So it's again, the reason I bought is because it's just an easy investment. It's an easy decision. You're going to make money. Why not?
When I was looking up articles for this interview, the news stories I found about Donald Trump were obviously polarizing and partisan. Much of the media's coverage of Donald Trump is obviously anything but unbiased, and it was no different for this story. No matter where you are on the political spectrum, it's impossible to consult a single source and get the whole story. That's why I've personally been using and loving Ground News. Ground News is a website and app that shows you the bias behind breaking news and helps you stay up to date on the topics you care about. Every story comes with a quick visual breakdown of the political bias, factuality, and ownership behind the source's reporting. Let me show you how it works. Take a look at this story on Donald Trump titled, "Trump says he hopes any economic crash would happen before he could serve a possible second term." On Ground News, I can see this story has been covered by more than 27 sources. What's interesting is that of the 27 sources, 48% lean left and just 13% lean right. Below the bias distribution chart, we can see the factuality ratings and the ownership information. The majority, 57% of the reporting outlets, are owned by media conglomerates, and only 9% are independent sources. And Ground News also makes it really easy to compare headlines. For example, this left-leaning headline versus this right-leaning headline. Additionally, one of my favorite Ground News features is the blind spot feed, which features stories that are underreported by either the left or the right. It helps you escape your echo chamber and see stories you wouldn't normally see, such as this story. Trump promises to never allow a central bank digital currency. I've been using Ground News as it helps me feel more engaged and in control of what I read. It has streamlined the way I read news and has given me instant access to the world's news in one place. It's also helped me become a smarter news consumer and transformed how I see news through the biased spin and sometimes emotionally manipulative nature of modern media without feeling defeated by it. If you subscribe right now, you'll get 30% off their Vantage plan, which gives you unlimited access to all their features. This offer is only available through my link, so go to ground.news/tiffanyfong or click the link in the video description to take advantage of this special offer. So try Ground News out today for under $6 a month and help support an independent platform trying to make the news more transparent. A mission I fully support. Thank you, Ground News, and back to the video.
And you must feel a little bit morally conflicted because you don't actually support Trump as a politician, but you're making money.
There's a fallacy. There is like that fallacy that people have where they say like, well, I picked up the wallet because if I didn't do it, someone else would, right? And that doesn't excuse someone picking up the wallet and stealing the money necessarily. But that is the fallacy I'm going to use today. If I didn't buy these NFTs, someone else would, okay? And someone else would go there and someone else would have that profit potential. So why not be me?
So if someone's going to profit, it should be
Yeah.
you.
For sure. And then according to you, you should profit if someone's going to profit, if I profit, right?
I should profit if you profited.
Right.
just
If
by
I profit,
default,
you
of
profit. And then
course.
if you profit, you profit. Yeah, I get it.
And no one else profits, but I profited. So that's all that matters at the
Yeah,
end
yeah.
of the day.
Totally fair.
So do you know how much money you've made so far on the NFTs?
Overall,
Like
like
once
all
it's
in,
sold?
probably somewhere around 250 or so, somewhere in there.
Oh, 250K?
Yeah. And whenever I met him, I told him that. I said, you know, like, I was like, I've made so much freaking money on this thing. And because he gave like a little, he like did a little speech thing, and he was like, and some people, you know, in here have even made XYZ amount of money. And I'm like, hey, that's me. No, I mean, they don't know who I am, but that was me. And so
Okay.
whenever, you know, so I told him, yeah.
You need to just walk me through the entire Mar-a-Lago visit.
Yeah, sure. So I like rented this like Bentayga, this Bentley Bentayga when I was there so I could drive my grandpa around, which he was stoked about. But we drove up, and you can't actually turn into Mar-a-Lago like at all. There's like guards everywhere. There's Secret Service and private guards like all over the place. And so you get stopped, and they're like, let me see your ID. Are you on the list? Can you do this? Can you do that? And so you show them all your information or whatever. And then you can turn in. So once you turn in, then you go down this little pathway, and you kind of and there's like 7,000, what do they call them? The people who like take your keys and stuff,
Valets?
what are they called? Yeah, valet. There's like another word for it, but yeah, valet is the word. That's like the nice word for it.
Attendants?
Parking attendants. Man, what are they called? Anyway, it doesn't matter. So yeah, there's like 7,000 valets down there, all of them hustling like you've never seen. You know, they're like little sprinters. They come out of nowhere, you like, and they get your stuff and they zoom off. And so you land there, and then you're just kind of whisked in by yet another group of people. So you have like 3 or 4 people like, hey, come on, please, this way, and they sort of escort you through this like what felt like a half a mile of buildings, going in and out, in and out, in and out. And everywhere you turn, there's like more and more workers. There's just like overflowing with workers and Secret Service agent looking people. So then finally you get to the other side, and he had the gala in this like grand ballroom, which I looked up, and it was like designed in like 1920 or something. And they used to host all these really amazing things down there. And it's like the most opulent place you've ever seen. Like everything's like gold crusted, you know, there's like art all over the walls. Like the floors are marble, like the ceiling is like 7 miles into the air. Like it's, you know, it's just beautiful. Like, is it over the top and kind of like slightly tacky in a certain sense? Yes. But is it also like lovely and like kind of amazing in a certain sense? Yes. And like, you can imagine, you know, when you're in there, I don't like look at Trump and I'm like, oh, I'm really amazed by how great of a business person he is. I've never had that feeling toward Trump. But you can see how if he was having like heads of state in there, or he was having like, you know, like the CEO of whatever big company, and he did his dinner in this kind of room, you can see how like just like the majesty of the surroundings would make them more likely to do a deal with him. Like it helps him to become appealing, because you're like, this guy's got his crap together. Even if you know he doesn't, even if you know he's a mess, it's just being in there. You're like, holy smokes, like this guy's got his crap together, you know, and you can see that just being an influential way to actually get deals done.
Very impressive. Okay.
It made me think about how this is actually a good idea. Maybe I should like have like a really sick apartment, you know, when I'm doing deals, and be like, hey, you know, screw Starbucks guys, let's just go over to my pad for a few minutes and let them come in. I bet I could get way more deals done. Yeah, then I could write off half.
This is a great business lesson.
Yeah, I learned something from Mr. Trump, you know, and then I could like write off part of it as business expense, part of my apartment. That'd be great.
That's perfect. Okay, and then you're inviting me to that apartment.
Of course,
really
because yeah, anytime there's anyone there you could profit from, I'll just make sure you're invited too. He was so edgy, like it's so funny. Like he just picked on Biden literally the whole time, and it was jokes I haven't heard publicly. So I don't know if he if he was, you know how like you always hear like, oh, at a private fundraiser, this and this and this was said, and someone secretly recorded it, you know, that kind of thing. They didn't say we couldn't record it, so this isn't a secret. But he just said so many funny jokes. Anyway, so basically you go in there.
Can you retell any of the funny jokes?
Yeah. So one of them that I thought was funny was he was saying that like he was talking about how Biden can't walk, right? He was saying he can't walk. The guy's like falling everywhere. You know, he tumbles everywhere he goes, etc. And he was like, so it confuses me why whenever he gets out of the airplane, so like Air Force One, I guess, has like 2 exits. One is like the big, beautiful exit that like the president goes out, and he goes, yes, there's like the big beautiful exit for the president, like dignitaries, they come out and like, really nice stairs. But for some reason, Biden goes out like the children's exit, where like the butler and the children go out in the front, and he like bends over and barely crawls out and halfway falls everywhere. And I can't really figure out why he does that when he can't walk down the normal one. Why would you do it? Anyway, he's just picking on him, just nonstop about that kind of stuff. I thought it was so funny. And I think Biden's a nice guy. He served our country well, but I can't help but say that, I'm not sure as a president he's been great, but like prior to that, he's done great stuff for 30 or 40 years. But I couldn't help but laugh. It was really funny. So anyway, yeah. So yeah. So to answer your question though, it was like tables everywhere, and you kind of just vibed and like took pictures and stuff. They had like professional photographers there, a bunch of like, I don't know. I'm very into social, so I didn't talk to anybody, at all. But besides my friend and my grandpa, but there appeared to be like networking going on, from the outside. There appeared to be humans talking to one another. Yeah. They.
You're not that antisocial.
Not one-on-one, but like in crowds, it ain't my thing. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, everyone seemed to be having a good time, and I don't think I met. That's not true. I met this one guy. He came up to me. He goes, "Hey," and I'm like, "Hi," and he's like, let's call him like Will. I'm Will. And I work for the State Department. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, so we're thinking about doing, he's like went into this like spiel about how like they're thinking of doing this, like, I don't know what I was like, this guy is LARPing for sure. This dude's a LARPer, 100%. He does not work at the State Department. This cannot be true, because he's just too like full frontal about like, yeah, I work with the Department of Defense on this and this and this, blah, 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 blah. And I'd really like to work with you on this and that and this and that. And I'm like, okay, like give me your card, I guess. So he gave me his card. And he walked away, and I'm like, it's freaking weirdo. Like, who comes here and LARPs so hard? So I go and look him up. He wasn't LARPing. He really is a State Department guy. He's like working with the Department of Defense. Like, he was just like super aggro, like trying to get business with crypto dude like me for some reason. I don't know. It was really odd. So besides him, I didn't talk to anybody besides my grandpa and my friend. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. And Donald Trump.
And Senior Trump for just a moment. Yeah, for just a couple seconds. Yeah. Okay, so they were like, okay, guys, like after the food's over, stick around. We're gonna have a bunch of events, and we're gonna do some drawings, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that. And so I was like, okay, fine. So we kind of finished our food, and I ate my dessert, and then like someone didn't sit next to me, so I ate their dessert too. And then I was just sitting there, and then I had a bit of my friend's dessert. So I was just like loading up on desserts because it was so good, and I'm a bit fat, and so that was happening for a few minutes. And then we just kind of hung out for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 60 minutes, and nothing ever happened. And I'm like, what the, like, are they going to be doing this? So I went outside and I talked to the worker, and I said, hey, so like, when's the event happen? Like, when are we doing some stuff? And she's like, oh, it's over. You can leave. I'm like, what? So they just like, it was like over. Like, it was over after it was like nothing. Like, he did his speech. He went out there and kind of talked to some people after doing his little speech. And then it just kind of ended like it was like a thud. It was like a thud on the ground, like a boot falling on the floor, just over. So then we left. Like, that was that. And then.
Was it worth the money? Actually, I mean, I guess you made money, but was it worth the $20K you initially spent?
For sure.
Yeah?
I mean, if for no other reason than like the smile on my grandpa's face, it was totally worth it. But even if he wasn't there, it was for sure worth it. Like, it's really, one of those once in a lifetime, maybe twice in a lifetime opportunities for most people. It's kind of like you going to go hang out with Biden in the White House. It's not too dissimilar. I remember whenever you got that invite from that dude, and the conversations that we had around that. And ultimately, it's a good thing you ended up going, I think. We did have a number of conversations. We did have a number of conversations about that. They were fun. But
now
ultimately,
it's a good. Understand why I wanted to go to the White
House. Yeah. Now I get it. Actually, it's totally fair. I mean, I think you were right about that. Yeah, good move. Good move. You went. You got a good story, and you got a good picture, and yeah.
Worth it. You didn't love the idea of me going to meet a random man from the internet.
It just seems unsafe, to like, generally speaking, like, I'm like really focused on security and safety and blah blah blah, right? Like, that's like what I think about, and I've had so many people that are in the crypto space get harmed from, just from like people knowing too much about where they're at and like, where they're going and things like that. So it for me, it like is scary, just at like a basic human level is scary, that kind of thing. And I kind of thought the guy probably was fake, to be honest. To like I thought just like this other guy I'm talking about, I thought it was fake because like what person would send you a message like that and say that, But turns out he was okay. It seems like, and you went and had a good time. So good for you.
Some people don't believe the whole White House story where I was like, I just got a random email and someone invited me to the White House, but I sent you the email. The email,
Yeah.
that's really how it happened.
Yeah, I saw the Twitter message. I saw the email. Like 100% legit. I totally vouch for you.
I know. And I think both of us thought it was probably some scammer who might kidnap me, but I
Yep.
was like, I'll take the dice roll.
Exactly. I was like, Tiff, what is wrong with you? Like, this is literally the dumbest decision you can make. You're gonna fly across the country and go to this thing with someone you've never met. You don't know who he is, and and I was worried you're gonna like stay in a hotel like the same one he's at or something. He's gonna come kill you. I was like thinking this is what's actually gonna happen, but you're not an idiot. You figured it out. You worked it out where you're safe, and
I think ultimately I just don't think my life is worth very much. So I'm just like, yeah, let's try it. Whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
To
You're
anyone
not
out
wrong.
there who wants to murder me, my life isn't that important anymore.
No, Tiffany's really not
Am I
worth
asking
much.
to be murdered? Honestly,
No,
sorry.
no, Tiffany's really not worth much. You're really not worth kidnapping because there's a few things wrong with you that make you a really bad kidnapping like victim. So first off, all your money's already been stolen by Mashinsky. So that's not, you got nothing there to help out with, right? Two, you vape too much, so you're very expensive. Like you're expensive to keep up, because it's not like the addiction is not going to go away. You got to keep your. It's like a pet that needs food. You have to feed it, and you need your vapes, and they're very pricey. And then three is after an hour with Tiffany, you kind of want to escape anyway. And so, just no matter who you are, and so
Oh, you
just
don't. You
I'm
love
just kidding.
spending time with me.
No, you're
You
very
love
fun.
spending time.
No, but really, don't kidnap her, please, because if you do, then everyone's gonna be on your tail.
True. Yes, Ogle will be on your tail. Are we missing any details about the Mar-a-Lago experience? Best steak ever. Did they let you decide how you wanted your steak cooked?
No, there was no options.
Wow.
Like maybe the theory was like if we let them decide, it'll be worse, right? We'll just make the perfect steak and just give it to them the way it's perfect, and they did. I'll tell you what, they really did.
How was it cooked?
It was mid-rare, the way it should be.
Okay, that's good. I like that.
Yeah.
I like
Are
that.
you more of like a well done person or more of like a rare person?
Rare or medium rare?
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah.
Well
No,
done would be
yeah, it'd be disgusting, right? For like a good, it's like grating to watch people. They'll be like, oh, like the $75 fillet, well done, please. It's like, what is wrong with you? Like you're either stupid or you're sick. It's one of the two.
That's disrespectful to the cow.
Actually, that's true. It is disrespectful. I like that. Yeah, no, there's nothing else about that I can think of that was noteworthy. There's like personal stuff that was enjoyable, but not stuff I want to talk about on the podcast. It was a good time. It was good vibes.
You are getting a piece of the suit at this point? Like you bought enough to get a piece of the suit?
I bought enough that I think I'm going to get at least 2 pieces of suit. Because I bought 2 different transactions. I think I get at least 2 pieces of suit, and I'm hoping that one of them ends up being a signed piece of suit. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. That's the thing with these guys. They're really not clear about any of that stuff. That's why I thought they were going to rug me on the gala. I was like, there's no freaking chance. Like, he's probably going to be arrested soon. Like, the chance of us actually like getting to go to this gala is pretty low. But I guess we'll see. But sure enough, I guess he came out of nowhere, and there it was. And I have to say, like, it's a low bar, but he passed it. He actually did give us what he said he would. And I didn't expect that, frankly. So he exceeded my expectations by just doing what he said he would do. This is the part you're going to cut out, but I'm just going to say it anyway in case you don't cut it out. So
okay.
I'm building a platform where people can talk to influencers one-on-one. So not like one-to-many, like friend, like what do you call it? Friend tech, but one-on-one. So if someone wanted to talk to Tiff, they could say, Tiffany, will you talk to me for 30 minutes tomorrow? I'll give you $300 and like, we'll talk about, whatever we talk about. Tiffany, I told her about the idea whenever we were in line at the courthouse waiting on the SBF trial. Tiffany says, oh, I love the idea. This would be a great way to make some money without diluting my without like harming my followers, without having to push out like really shady ads, without like having blah, 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 without having like whore myself out with like, like stupid, like weird scam companies or whatever. Love it, Ogle. Love it. And I said, oh, love to hear that. What we could do is we can present you front and center. We'll even pay you referral bonuses for great friends of yours that you can bring along. You'll make so much money, and it'll be good, wholesome money where you can connect to your followers. You said, love it. Okay, fast forward 2 months. I sent Tiffany a message. Yesterday was it? Day before yesterday. I'm like, hey, so how are we thinking about Shibuya? And you're like, well, yeah. So I've just signed up with a competing website. and just left it there. And so I'm for sure being rugged here. I'm for sure being rugged. I can tell it. I can feel it.
I
And
can
I
go
know,
on both of them.
yeah. I wrote you back. I'm like, well, nothing keeps you from going on both. And it was, and I was just left on red. It was just red, and then and then walk away. And I'm like, she's for sure feeling a little bit awkward right now because she doesn't want to be like, I'm not going to use your thing, Ogle. But on the other hand, like, you kind of would rather not use it than the other one because like the other one you signed up with is not very crypto focused, and you don't really like crypto stuff. Versus Shibuya is very crypto focused, right? So,
okay, so his platform is crypto focused. I do like the concept of it. If I can make money off of someone wanting to talk, like I'm happy to do that. But I do generally tend to stray away from, I guess, promoting or even using a lot of crypto focused products or services. But, once it comes out, if it's a good user experience,
right.
I'll use it. I can use both. I'm awaiting your platform. I will check it out once it's out. And we'll see what happens.
It'll be live in the next about 3 or 4 weeks. So
this was a part of a longer conversation, but I'll post the rest at a later date because I don't want to post videos that are like multiple hours long. So if you want to stay tuned for that, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I've also linked all of Ogle's social medias right here. I love you all so very much, and I'll talk to you all very, very soon. Bye!
Hi, everyone. This is your favorite president, Donald J. Trump, with some very exciting news. My last 2 Trump digital trading card collections sold out in just hours. And now I'm back with my latest series called the Mugshot Edition. I wonder where that came from. The Mugshot Edition. 47 all-new stunning cards, and here is the best part. I'm doing 2 important things for my Trump collectors. For the first time, we're creating a real physical Trump card. Purchase 47 digital cards and we'll mail you a beautiful trading card. It is an authentic piece of the suit I wore when I took that now famous mugshot, and it was a great suit, believe me, a really good suit. It's all cut up and you're gonna get a piece of it. I'll be autographing some of them. A true collector's item. This is something to give to your family, to your kids and your grandchildren. With the purchase of 47 of the Trump digital trading cards, you will also be invited to join me for a gala dinner at my beautiful Mar-a-Lago, my home in Florida. You've perhaps heard of it. It's become a pretty famous place. We just had our first dinner for my collectors, and we had a lot of fun together. That was a great evening. That was a fantastic evening. Some people call these cards pop art or modern art. I wish I looked as good as I do on those cards. That I can tell you. They give me muscles where, believe me, I don't have them. I wanted to keep my Trump digital trading cards at the same price, $99 each. So go to collecttrumpcards.com. It's really easy to buy. They sold out incredibly fast the last time, and I think the Mugshot edition will sell out even faster. So don't miss out. Go to collecttrumpcards.com. Go right now and collect your own exclusive piece of American history, and we'll all have fun together. Have a good life.